You've done some amazing things while you were there. As a TV host, you've interviewed Shah Rukh Khan. You were able to visit Yash Raj Studios. But recently, you started a podcast called Behind Every Dream about the messy moments behind people's successes. So I was hoping you could tell us about like one or two of your messy moments during that time period while you were breaking into Bollywood.
Oh my God. It's like messy after messy after messy. I sometimes, I mean, my Instagram stories over my 2 years in Mumbai, like people saw it all. And I think it was such a crazy time. One messy moment comes to mind. I had landed a advertisement, like a modeling assignment for Coca-Cola, and I was supposed to fly out to like Bangkok. And my mom was in town, and I had taken her to the audition. There was like over 400 girls in a room. My mom was just like, "What the hell is this?" 1 hour into waiting, she just left, and she's like, "I'm going shopping. Like you deal with this." So I did the whole thing, did the audition, kind of left being like, "There's no way I'm gonna get this." I ended up getting the call like 2 days later, like you've been selected. Coca Cola, Thailand, like huge thing. For whatever reason, because of the date, I was not able to do the shoot. So I call up the casting director and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to have to say no. Like, I cannot do this. This man has like yelled at me, like, you have no idea the repercussions it's going to have on your career. Like, you're going to be permanently blacklisted from any of my castings in the future. And I'm going to call up every other casting director in India and make sure you don't get any work. And, at the time, this is not even a month into me moving. I know two casting directors in India. So when one casting director is telling you they're gonna blacklist you to the rest of the industry, I was in tears. I was like, oh my God, like this like it's over. And it's such a relationship driven industry. Like you rub someone the wrong way and from their perspective, it's like, well, this is a huge opportunity. This is our name on the line. If you say no, it looks it's a whole like it's all like games. So anyway, that was one instant where at the time where I was like, great, I'm never gonna get a modeling shoot in my life. And yeah, that was a messy moment. I think another messy moment during an interview, I had asked, and I think people sometimes think, these interviews happen the way me and you are talking, where it's just like one on one. But when these Bollywood interviews happening, like there are at least like minimum to minimum 50, 60 people in the room that are watching you and that are seeing, what's going on, their other teams. So it's a lot of pressure, right? And I'm obviously younger compared to a lot of the other hosts in the industry. So I pressed one actor and I won't say the name, but I pressed an actor and I kind of asked them how they landed this role. And it was in relation to nepotism. I didn't really like use the word nepotism, but I was kind of like probing because I was like, I want to ask, like, like, what is your take on this whole situation? And the PR person just walks right in front of the camera, in front of the actor and actress that I said this for, and was like, cut the interview right now. Like, you have 30 seconds, wrap it up, like, we're done. And my TV crew is looking at me and they're like, what have you done? Because I'm supposed to get content, I'm supposed to get at least 12-minute interview, like 12 minutes, and like, you're doing well. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hear a full yelling from my boss. This is bad. This PR person hates me. Now, this PR people, they manage a bunch of other movies. It's not just this movie. So you rub them off the wrong this way. Your next 10 interviews, they might not even give you the slot. They might be like, we don't want to give Shivani even 2 minutes the next time because she asked these questions. Now, I was not trying to stir the pot. It was like a genuine, and again, it comes into the fact that today, if Rajiv Masand or Anupama Chopra asked that same question, it probably would have been fine. Like it wasn't even like rude. It really wasn't anything crazy. But because you're like a young girl from not as an established TV organization, the politics behind that, I think that was another messy moment that comes to mind. But this whole an hour could be like on the messy moments of my life.
How did you get over a bad day or like a bad moment like that? I can't imagine going there and then one of two casting directors is already pissed off at you.
Yeah, I mean, I was on a bathroom floor crying. Like I was so upset because I was just like, this is great, and it's like out of my control, and what's gonna happen. But I think again, there's kind of like you have to be a little fearless, I think, in Mumbai. Like, this is just one, like, I mean, there are incidents of like someone running after me with a knife, like safety issues, so many things that I can build upon. And I think you have to have a little bit of like that fearlessness or guts to just be like, this is all part and parcel of it. And you kind of just have to keep moving and like keep your head up high. So, like, yes, does it knock you down and do you feel like for a week you're sulking and you're like, what am I going to do now? Yeah. But then I also realized how privileged and how lucky I am to be able to do what I was doing there, that like I can't let that one thing derail me from not keep pushing forward.